Yes, good morning, everyone. I hope you are able to hear me and you are able to watch my screen.
Yes.
So yesterday we have done the
Yes.
basic, what is cloud, what are different cloud companies we have, and what is meant by Oracle Fusion applications, what are different domains we have in Fusion applications, who are the competitors, and what is Fusion applications, ERP software within that different domains, and what is HCM, human capital management, how many modules we have in human capital management, what is meant by the full stack of Fusion HCM. The 4 modules we are going to learn live, and the remaining 4 modules also we are providing free of cost through Udemy, and also 4 FAQ courses through Udemy we are going to provide for the interview questions and answers with practical. So you are going to get total 8 courses, 8 courses through Udemy that you are going to get, which are always accessible lifelong, where you can easily find the updates and all here. So that's what yesterday we have discussed. Anybody would like to talk with me today or before we go for the second demo, please? We are going to do the assignment, how to create an implementation user and the projects, how to create implementation project, then how to hire employee, which role is required for hiring employees, and how to transfer employees, and how to terminate employees, how to reverse termination employees. That's all we are going to discuss today. It's a purely functional setup. Whenever we are working in the real time, we are supposed to configure this implementation setups. So if you say you are able to understand this concept, whatever we are doing today, yes, you can understand the course, you can easily prepare for the interviews, and you will be able to survive in the job also when you apply as experienced consultant. So we are going to do that assignment. Now we are connecting to the Fusion applications here. So this Fusion applications is cloud-based software. When I say cloud-based software, just you have to have the internet connection, enter the URL and credentials, and then you will be able to log into the applications. Once we log into the applications, there will be 2 menus here. One is user menu, right side. I see user menu, right side. Setup and maintenance. Setup and maintenance here. I see user menu, right side, setup and maintenance. This is the place where we are going to perform all our functional setups and maintain those setups information. We call it as FSM environment, functional setup manager. This environment, we call it as FSM, functional setup manager. And left side, we see another menu, navigator. So navigator menu is used to perform the transactions. As a software engineer, as a functional consultant, we do the setups from here. User menu, setup and maintenance. Means from the FSM environment, we are going to perform all our functional setups and maintain the application. Left side, we see navigator. Left side, we see the navigator here. Here, client is going to work with this. Client is going to perform the transactions. Client is going to perform all the transactions here. So this is like an end user testing. So as a functional consultant, we require both, because if we do some setups here, obviously we are supposed to test whether those setups or configurations are working properly or not. We have to take multiple scenarios and then test it. Then we have to deliver to client. Then we have to deliver it to the client. Right. Now we are going for navigator here. Tools menu, security console. Tools menu, security console is the place where we are going to perform all our security related activities. Nothing but user management and role management. User management and role management, we are going to have it here. Okay, I'll go to users. My requirement is I would like to create new user, implementation user. We are going to create new user, implementation user. What is meant by implementation user? Nothing but who is going to implement the product, the client. So here we see how the project will come and how the clients are going to assign the work to the IT engineers. For example, ICICI Bank is our client. ICICI Bank decided to maintain their 25,000 employees data. Their 25,000 employees data in Oracle Cloud, in Oracle Fusion Applications, HCM. They decided to maintain employees data. It means first module. And also they decided to run the payroll, salaries to the employees and management of the leaves, options management and maintaining the timesheets, nothing but OTL also. Okay, OTL also here, 4 modules. So this client is interested to go ahead with using this product. And what the client will do is they'll get a subscription from Oracle. They'll get license. Subscription means indirectly license only. But all these modules, whenever a client get from Oracle, these all modules are fresh instance. When I say fresh instance, there won't be any seeded data. We don't find any new, the existing data in the applications. The fresh instance needs to be configured by our software engineers. For this, ICICI will give this project to either Oracle or Oracle partners like TCS, Wipro, Infosys, Accenture, Deloitte, thousands of partners across the world. There are thousands of partners across the world. Okay, so now the client is interested to go for give this project to Wipro, for example. So they given this project to Wipro, saying that we are going ahead with maintenance of this 25,000 employees data in Oracle Fusion Cloud HCM. So we got subscription from Oracle. We purchased subscription from Oracle for the 4 modules. Can you go for implementation of this 4 modules? And what is the quotation? And what is the duration for maintaining all this project, implementation, testing, support, annual maintenance, all this? And Wipro company has got that video. And they start the project. They'll recruit the functional consultant and then they'll recruit the technical consultant. So as a functional consultant, as a technical consultant, these 2 people are going to complete this project. Okay. So these 2 people, we will call it as implementation user. Implementation user is nothing but who is going to implement the software for your client. After implementation, after completion of setups, configurations, development, extensions, customizations, personalizations, your client is going to use the software. Client is going to use the software. Now, functional consultant and technical consultant both are implementation users, indirectly software engineers. Indirectly software engineers. So let's say Wipro company has recruited 12 members functional consultant and 4 members technical consultant. Total team is 16 members. Total team size is 16 members. So 16 implementation users needs to be created. Okay, so that will be done by either technical person or sometimes functional. I'm going to show you how to create. Click the button, add user account. Going to mention here the user account, Kiran Kumar. So it's already exists with this name, Sujit Kumar. I'm just maintaining the username as just Sujit. So in Fusion applications, if you want to access the application and perform some setups or configurations or transactions, anything, you need access. That's what we call it as a role. Role is nothing but access. Without role, user cannot do anything. For example, now Sujit is the username. I am not going to add any role to the Sujit. So let me just go for save and close. Without roles also, user can log in, but he will not be able to perform any action. See, Sujit is not able to do anything. We don't find much information. Basic read-only information Sujit can find about the company and product and other details. But Sujit is not able to do anything. Even in the right side, also user menu doesn't have much options here because we are not given permission. So if you want to give the permission indirectly, we have to add the roles to the user. Indirectly, we have to add the roles to user here. Okay, let me go for logout from here. I'm going to log in with another user who's having the permissions. Now I want to give the implementation roles to user. Go to navigator, tools menu, security console. The users tab, search for the user. Now this is user account. Reset. Okay, password is already there. Reset, edit. So your user account sometimes may be inactive status. We need to cross check here. Sometimes it may be locked because of multiple wrong passwords entry. Then definitely it is going to be locked. What we have to do is we have to unlock it. And here is the role. Add role. There are two roles. IT security manager and application implementation consultant role. IT security manager, application implementation consultant role. So there are two roles. These two roles we are going to assign to the user. IT security manager, application implementation consultant role. Application implementation consultant role. These two roles we call it as implementation roles. If you assign these two roles, then this user can implement product to the client. When I say implementation, both functional setups as well as technical setups. Both the activities can be done. So whenever we join in the project, if your manager asks you to start work and if they provide you the credentials like username and password, then you need to log in and first you need to cross check whether you got the access for the implementation roles or not. Without having the access to implementation roles, we cannot perform any development or customization or extension activities. Okay, so that we have to cross check. Right now, I have added Mr. Sujit, and he is going to log into the applications. Save and close. I will cross check again. Now, if we look at here, Mr. Sujit is able to access user account, see setup and maintenance. Which role is required for this? Application implementation consultant, setup and maintenance. So we got the access to FSM environment here. So this we call it as FSM, thing but functional setup manager. Okay, we call it as FSM environment. Here only we are going to do the functional setups. So which role is required? Access this application implementation consultant. This role. Next. Second one, go to navigator, tools menu, security console. So you got the access to security console, configure security. Which role is required for this? IT security manager. IT security manager is required. Both the roles we have assigned. For the user. IT security manager, application implementation consultant. Both we have assigned to here. Okay. So now, in case if you want to manage the user information again, so you can do that here. It is itself. You can go for add the new roles and from other activities. This is how to create implementation user. Create user account, add the implementation roles to the user. Okay. Next, now we are going for implementation project. What is meant by implementation project? Now, these 4 modules we want to implement for the client. Global HR module, around 100 setups. Payroll, around 70 setups. Options, around 30 setups. OTL, around 100. Well, 300 setups we have to configure. What is our team count? 16 members. So, who will do this 300 setups? Okay, I'll assign first 20 setups to X employee. Next 20 setups to Y employee. This entire our project information needs to be recorded properly. Out of these 300 tasks, okay, who has done the employee setups? Who has done the job setup? Who has done the position setup? What is the start date? What is the end date? What are the different test scenarios they have done? Any notes during that? How about the status? Whether it's completed, in process, or completed with error, or not started? This entire information we have to manage, right? Generally, we use Excel sheet as a project manager, or we use some third-party tools to manage the project information and all, right? So what Oracle says, you don't need to depend on the Excel sheet or you don't need to depend on some third-party tool. In Fusion itself, you can manage this, all the records, all this information. It's like your complete team management information. So who will create in the real time this implementation project and managed by this project is project manager. Project manager is going to do this. But still, we have to say how to create implementation project we have done also. Okay, to set up and maintenance. Go to task list here. Right now we are in FSM environment. Go to task list here. Here we are going to create implementation project. So once we create implementation project and do all our setups and completion of the testing, then you have to export the setups and then import the setups into development to testing instance, testing to production instance. Okay. So that work, we do it here, export and import process. We do it from here. Okay. So now I'm going for here implementation project creation. First implementation project. Here we are going to do that. So there are multiple implementation projects here. In the real time, we don't find this many. Only one implementation project will be there, created by the manager, and the manager is going to assign the task to the employees. Okay. So here everybody has created for testing purpose. Now I'm going to create a new implementation project. What is the implementation project name? Name of the implementation. So I'm going ahead with Tata. So ICICI we are talking, right? ICICI Bank implementation project. Let's say we decided to implement this product 1 year. So we wanted to complete this for 1 year. Maybe it can be extended, of course. So we said that we decided to complete this project in 1 year. Okay, what are the modules you want to implement? Well, 4 modules, right? We have to choose that 4 modules. Global HR, role, absence, talent. Global HR by default, if your client is going to implement the HCM, global HR is mandatory because in global HR only you are going to configure your client organization structure, nothing but company structure. For example, company says that I have a headquarters in India, Delhi, and then I have 40 branches in India, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Mumbai. I have around 30, 40 godowns and I have 40,000 employees. Okay. So we want to maintain a software to run all these business transactions day to day. So then we required global HR because it is a base and this is mandatory. On top of this global HR, it's up to the client requirements, what modules they wanted to implement for their business. This is mandatory, right? So now we wanted to go with a role module, OTL and options management. So when it comes to the human capital management, I don't see the name right here. I see finance, I see supply chain management and other. But human capital management is a combination of compensation management, workforce deployment, workforce development, workforce deployment, workforce development. This three combination is nothing but a human capital management. Right now, if we go to workforce deployment, in this checkbox, it will show the list of modules available in workforce deployment. In workforce deployment, we have all this module. Role module is there, options module is there, time and labor is there, network at work. These all are simple modules, just 3 to 4 tasks, not more than that. Workforce scheduling, predictions, individual compensation, workforce management, like that. But right now, I wanted to implement a role module for my client, right? So we have to enable it. And then we want to implement OTL. Okay, enable. How about one more options management? Is it? Yeah. So 3 modules we are going to implement: role, options, time and labor, and fourth one, global HR. Global HR by default. By default, it will be selected into your implementation project. You don't need to select that module separately. So let's go for save and open the project. This is how we will create an implementation project when we are working in the projects. Generally, it will be created by the project manager who will allocate the project employees, means team members, and who will manage the project completely. Okay. Here, this is what our project name, ICICI Bank Implementation Project, is created by Sujit. Yeah. just show you the navigation once again. Let me just log out from here. Go to user menu, setup and maintenance. User menu, setup and maintenance. Go to task list, implementation projects. This is what implementation project created by Sujit. How the Sujit will assign? Sujit is the manager, project manager. How he will assign the task to the employees and how the employees will update the status. For example, role setups should be done by so and so employee from the team. So there is a button here, assign tasks. And these tasks will be assigned for an employee. This is our team member. This is our team. Let's say absences tasks. Here the complexity is, challenge is, which task needs to be completed first, what are all the dependent tasks are there, and how he has to assign the task to the members and put the target and put the date. That is the challenge. Creating project, assigning the task is not just you have to choose the task and then click this button and then go for assign the task will be assigned. That's not a case. The case is, let's say if I want to implement global HR module, so 100 setups needs to be done, for example. 100 setups, we have to do it. So out of 100 setups, what is the first setup we have to do? If I want to configure the positions, make sure that departments, locations, and jobs are already done. So that work should be assigned to someone else and who has completed their work, that work. By that time, this resource should do some other work. So that's what managing the project. The work will be done by the team members only, but how efficiently you can make that work and in less time, better quality, you can go for deliver to your client. And what are all the dependencies are there? Because one person say that I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for his task. Why do you need to wait? I have assigned another task, right? That doesn't need any dependency. You can start working on that, right? So that's what challenging in the project management. Okay. So that and all is a dedication of project manager who will take care of that entire. So let's say role lookups are there. One employee we have assigned Mr. Stephen. He has updated that. I have completed this task. We'll go for update simply here. And let's say this task is in process. And another task as soon as value sets are completed. So he'll go for update. Like this end of the day, entire team will mention that total 16 members, they'll update. These are the tasks we have done today. These are the tasks are in process. These are the tasks are errored out or waiting for the response or different statuses. How the manager can see the status of this project, end of the day or end of the week or end of the month. Select the project here. Select the project here. Click the button overview. Click overview button. Overview button. Overview, we can find project status. How many tasks we have to complete total? 276. Out of that, how many tasks has been assigned? 77. 77 tasks has been assigned. This is assignment status. Assignment status by task. Task wise. Role tasks assigned. Element tasks are assigned. Absences, time and labor. Who is the resource? Resource status. This person has received here. This person has received 61. This person has received 14. Assignment details. I want to know this week, past due date, and last week how many completed or total. What is the status? How many tasks has been completed by so and so person or all the people? I can see that status. Any notes they have given during this? Any authorized rules? Any permissions you wanted to give or restrict? So this entire thing will be done by the manager. But still, we can't say that in the interview, I don't know how to create implementation project. It's done by the manager, right? We have to say that, yes, I know how to create implementation project. I myself created in the project and given the guidance by the manager. And I know how to manage the implementation project, assigning the tasks, updating the tasks, managing the nodes, and also export and import. Okay, so those all things we'll be discussing the next level in our training. At this point of time, we have seen how to create an implementation project. It's clear, everybody, what is implementation project and how to create. Any doubts here, please? Good. Next. Next, we are going for hiring an employee. If you want to hire an employee, you must have the role called human resource specialist. Human resource specialist role is required. Without that role, we cannot hire an employee. If you look at Mr. Sujit Kumar, does not have that role. Go to Navigator, My Client Groups. See, you are not able to hire a new employee. New person option is not there. It means you can't hire new employee. Okay. Scroll down here, Tools menu, Security Console. I'm going to add the role to Mr. Sujit, saying that yes, you can start hiring employees. Go to Users menu. Who is the user? Sujit. Edit, add role. Human resource specialist we can use, or we can use manager also, both. So I'm using human resource specialist role. For every module, there will be a 4 to 5 roles. Example, if I'm going to work with role module, there will be a 4 roles related for payroll module. We have to learn what are those 4 roles, what is the functionality, how to customize that roles, how to create new role in case if required client. Okay, we'll be discussing all that. It comes under the security. It comes under security. Right now we added seeded role. Seeded role means built-in role to Mr. Sujit. Now Sujit is an HR specialist. He can hire employee. In every company there will be a HR department, right? So what HR department will do? They'll be doing the recruitment, hiring employees, and go for terminations and other options here, right? Let's go for your login. Go to navigator here. My client groups. Got now new person. Now I got new person here. So new person is nothing but new employee. New person is nothing but new employee. Select new person. Here we have different, again, types of employees here, like employee, contingent worker, pending worker, non-worker. We'll see that next level. Right now, I would like to hire an employee. So while hiring employee, we will capture the employee details like employee identification details, employee person information, then employee event information, and employee salary compensation details. Finally, review the employee details, and then we will go for complete the process. That's what we are going to do it here. It is okay. So identification details. I'm going to say that this employee is going to join today or future date, or employee joined old date. Any date you can give. Let's say employee is going to join today. Which company? Legal employer is nothing but company name. Our client name will come. So right now I'm using US one legal entity. Okay. New legal entity we have to create. This is a seeded data, testing data given by Oracle. Tomorrow assignment, I'll show you how to configure our client name here, how our client name comes here. Okay. Right now, I'm using built-in. Legal employer is nothing but a company. So employees are going to join in the company. Let's say I'm going to mention here it is Mr. Rahul Khan is going to join in the company. This is his date of birth, national ID, social security number, going to join in US, and this is the social security number. If it is India, Aadhaar card number. So that is identification details. We will mention company name when he is going to join in the company. Then person information means home address, phone details, email details, legislative information, citizenship, visa information. This is all. So who will do this work is day to day HR department will take care. When employees are going to join in the company, day to day HR department will go for capture employee citizenship, employee passport, visas and permits and employee contacts and all. And what is our work as a functional consultant? Just now we have seen, right? Your company, your client name should populate here. And also the company address needs to be populated here. So home addresses I'm going to mention here, employee address. So this all geography structure is our responsibility, configuration. And the employment tab, here we see more setups. Now, client is US1 legal entity company and which branch this employee is going to join. So this business unit we have to configure. Right now, I'm taking business unit which is existing one, seeded. But when client buy this software, we don't find all these details. We are supposed to configure, okay, what is your company name? You have one company or multiple companies. You have business in one country or multiple countries. And how about the branches? Which branches belongs to which company? And in this branch, what are the departments? What are jobs, positions, grades, locations, managers? These all details we are supposed to configure. Right? This is what actually our work. So here you are supposed to get your client business units. Right now, I'm using the built-in, like positions and all. Let's say I'm going to have the recruitment position here. When I choose the position, I'm able to get the corresponding job details and I'm able to see the synchronization, how to configure this synchronization process. Now I can see department. If you want to change the grade, you can change which grade this employee belongs to. How will you get? Because this all are testing data, right? The grades are different from one client to another client, and positions are different, jobs are different. There will be approvals, there will be a restrictions, there will be a security you have to implement. That is what actually our work. But once we do all these setups, still you are supposed to test it, right? For example, you created a new position and you wanted to deliver that position to your client. But before you deliver, as per your client requirement, that position setups, whatever you have done, it's working or not. You are supposed to test multiple times. Then what we will do, we'll hire multiple employees with different scenarios. Then the position is working or not in that scenario. Once all this testing is done, you prepare a document saying that this is what the position I have created. This was the requirement. According to that, I have configured, and these are all the testing I have done. This is the test result. Now everything is fine. And you prepare the document and go for deliver to client. That's a procedure for every component. Okay. What I said is about the position. Like these hundreds of setups we have to configure. Location setup, category setup, manager setups, hourly salary setups. There's all hundreds of setups we have to do. Okay, so that's what actually our job. So that we will be doing in the tomorrow demonstration. So today you must enter a valid for grade ID. Okay, so grade ID there is some issue. So I think for this particular position grades are not valid. So it is showing the error message because that grades are not assigned to the position. That's why while creating position you said no grades for this position, but right now you are assigning the grades. That's why it was showing invalid grade. So this type of issues are very common. So the setup was different, and the way you are assigning the employee is different. That's the reason you may get some errors. That obviously it's our job to take care of it. Want to configure any salary to the employee, salary setup. This all comes under the payroll module and compensation module, and this all details we find here. And finally, we are going to hire the employee successfully and review it and go for submit. Okay. So while hiring employee, we said company name, and we said branch name, and we said job, position, grade, and lot of other details, right? So these all things we are supposed to configure. Then only we get those values here. Otherwise, we don't get it. When client buy this software, it is empty, fresh instance, zero data. We don't find any information in the application. It's a fresh software. It's as simple as when you buy a laptop, a new laptop, there will be only laptop, and you are supposed to install the softwares, whatever you want, and you are supposed to customize according to your requirement, right? The same way, this software also needs to be configured for the client here. Okay. So now what happened? We have hired employees successfully. I wanted to see this employee hiring process done successfully or not. So we go to Navigator. We go to Navigator here, and then my client groups, person management. Go to person management. Employee name we given Rahul Khan, right? No, still it is not there. Okay, takes a couple of minutes. Time. It is there. Sorry, it's there. This is Rahul Khan, and we hired employee as a recruiter, right? And this is done today. 7648 is the employee number. I can see that hire date here, right? And these are the details. We hired this employee for Redwood City location, and he joined in the company today itself. Okay. That's what hiring an employee for that which role is required, human resource specialist role. Okay. Then how to transfer this employee? I want to transfer this employee from Redwood to New York City from next month onwards, not from today. From August 1st, he should work in the New York location. Okay. So go to task list here, and we go to edit, update, edit, update. From which date it's going to work in New York? From August 1st. Okay. And what is the reason you are going to do? I'm just doing the transfer. I'm just transferring this employee. Okay. And what is the reason? Just and requirement was their location change. So it will be effective from August 1st, not from today. Okay. And I see that here system is asking, okay, which location? New York, right? So configure it. So I'm able to see all the locations, New York, Redwood City, and all. But we will ask our client how many locations you are doing the business. Client says that I have around 45 branches in India, 25 in US, total 70 branches. Means 70 locations that we have to create, that we have to do the configuration. When we create those locations, then you will be able to see that here. But again, client says that only few locations should be accessed by Mr. Sujit. Sujit should not access all locations. He should access only India locations. Again, in India also, he should access only these particular branch locations, not all. That's what security, that's what setups and configurations we have to do it. So that we do it tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll show you a couple of examples how to do that setup. Okay. So now we are doing the transfer. Click review button. Without review, we can't submit for the approvals. When we click review button, the system is showing that what changes you are done here. Currently, employee is working in Redwood City, and you are to New York. to New York. Got it. Now we have done the transfer. I wanted to test whether this transfer completed successfully or not. Whatever the transactions we are doing, right now I have done two transactions. One, I hired employee. Two, I have transferred an employee. These all are transactions. Okay. So I want to see the status of my transactions. Go to Navigator, go to Tools menu. You can find here Transaction Console. Transaction Console will give you the list of transactions that. And now if I remove the status failed, I can see all the transactions. And this is hiring. This is hiring employee, right? This was success. Then after that, we have done the transfer, right? It was also success, completed. Now I want to check whether done or not. Go to person management. If you search as of date, Mr. Rahul will be in Redwood city only. Mr. Rahul Khan still is in Redwood city only. Because we transferred this employee from August 1st, right? So you have to move to August 1st and search what is the status of this record. What is the status of this record? Go to August 1st and search. See that Mr. Rahul Khan will be in New York from August 1st. Okay. So that's about the transferring options. Let's say I wanted to terminate this employee after some time. So if you want to go for termination or maybe employee resigned, okay. So then what you have to do is you have to take an employee, and I would like to go for terminate this employee. So go to task list. We can go for end the relationship here, work relationship. Let's say December 1st, we are going to terminate this employee. Go for termination. It's all we should train the client. Otherwise, client employees don't know, right? And employees doesn't have. For example, you joined in a company as a recruiter, and the company is using some software, and your manager asked you to hire an employee. I don't know how to hire employee because I don't have idea the navigations and other part. How to hire, how to transfer, how to termination, reverse termination, hike the salaries, promotions, demotions. This all I don't know. That they are supposed to get a training, right? So that is also our job. We have to train them. Okay. Let's say employee resigned on 31st December. We are going to relieve him. December 31st, I'm going to relieve him, and we are ready to rehire this employee in future. We have no issues for rehiring. Click review button. Submit button. Then this is how we will go for terminate an employee. So the employee will not be available after December 31st. So these all are the processes we will be doing it: hiring, transfer, and then terminations. So before that, you would like to go for reverse this termination. So you want to roll back. Employee says that, no, I'm not interested to go. I'm not interested to leave the enterprise. I want to stay with the company. Okay, no problem. You can do the reverse before termination at any point of time. But once the termination date is done, then again rehiring, right? That comes as rehiring process, right? So now I'll go for work relationship before 31st. What is the last date here? 31st, right? That will be the last date. So if you would like to go for the reverse, that termination, you can go for reverse. But there is some workaround we have to do, reverse termination, line manager approvals. Approvals and security is completely our job. We are supposed to configure. Okay. So that's how we will perform the transactions. This is what actually the work we are supposed to do. Tomorrow we will take another assignment. Okay, we have done one assignment successfully with all this. Tomorrow we will take the second assignment. We'll see how to create a company tomorrow, how to create a branch, how to create a job for that branch, and then we will be able to hire an employee for our company, whatever we created, and we will be able to hire an employee for our branch, our job, and then we see different options, and also we'll see other syllabus. We have seen our syllabus copy yesterday, we discussed, but it was very summary level, 8 modules, and what are the modules live sessions, what are the modules you are going to get Udemy courses, what are the FAQ courses you are going to get. But detailed global HR, okay, these are the topics we'll discuss. Payroll, these are the topics. Options, these are the topics that we'll see tomorrow. Detailed syllabus, okay. So tomorrow will be our final demonstration, and that's what we are going to complete here. And once it is completed, from Thursday onwards, we are going to start the regular classes. Regular classes will be starting from Thursday. So that's how it will work. Okay. Yeah. Any doubts here, please? And again, this demo, second demo also, it will be there in our YouTube channel. You can access from there.
Can you share the YouTube URL?
Yeah, YouTube URL I'll also share. I request our admin to share, but still you can check it. If you go to YouTube and search with RTL online trainings, you'll get.
Will we have this implementation of this projects and other thing in detail, right, in regular classes?
Yes, we'll be discussing complete. Our training will go, based on that only, based on implementation process, implementation methodology only.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fine, guys. Thank you. Let's see you tomorrow on the same time, same meeting ID. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.